Hello, friends. There's a new wrinkle in the Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, what would you call it? I was gonna say saga, but like that doesn't sound right.
I like the word saga though, Rick.
You do?
I like saga.
Saga words?
They're Sega. They're Sega Master System.
Sonic
the Hedgehog.
Sonic, and what was his? Tails.
God, that's what it is. No, it is an epic, I don't know.
Whenever I hear Tails, I hear of, in my head, I hear sail, but I say Tails.
Sail by like Muse or whatever?
No.
I know what you're talking about.
Come on,
Sail.
Craig. Well,
Sail.
Who sang that song? Sail.
AWOL Nation.
AWOL Nation.
You're a good
I
man.
knew he would know.
You're a good
He's
man.
white. All right, so Kyrie in an ESPN article with Jackie McMullen, great piece. Great piece. What?
Jackie McMullen gets the job done, let's put it that way.
She always gets it done. So this is really good, and it's really interesting. And it provides a few wrinkles that we did not know. So here we go. Leaving was inevitable, he said in his first extensive comments since the trade. I could feel it, Dr. Dre. What they didn't know was Cleveland had explored trading Kyrie in June.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a second. Before he asked out, a fact conveniently omitted when word of his demand leaked.
Yep.
Irving made the decision to remain silent while the details of his request were distorted. In mid-June, shortly before David Griffin, former GM, left the team, team and league sources confirmed the Cavs explored a three-way deal with Phoenix and Indiana that would have shipped Irving and Fry to the Suns. Channing Frye would have gone back to Phoenix. Brought Eric Bledsoe and Paul George to Cleveland. The Suns resisted, unwilling to part with their number 4 pick, which they plan to use in the draft, Josh Jackson, who we think is going to be awesome. No formal offer was made by any of the teams, but news of this potential transaction stung Irving, who sources close to him say became convinced that LeBron's camp, which also represents Bledsoe, orchestrated the trade talks. And then here's I'm going to stop right there before we get to that. What this shows to me is that, look, players are, what were you doing?
Sipping the tea, just like, whoa, that's juice. They had some juice. There's a little bit of juice there, Ricky. Did you taste that juice? It's a pod, it's a passion, that's a pod.
I was going through what I was about to say, and all I see is like jazz hands to my right.
I was like this, I guess. I didn't know what this one was doing, but I knew this one was focusing on, can I get the pinky up?
That's what
and
she
I
said.
did. So that's
lost
juicy.
My train of thought.
That's juicy. We got Kyrie, who everyone had heard.
Hang on. I'm gonna get to that in a second.
Everyone had heard from Kyrie that it was that Kyrie wanted out.
Yes.
And this was no. We were down the road a piece on some severe trade action.
Yes.
With pieces that ended up in other severe trade action down the road with other people.
It's a lot of action.
So much action.
Lots.
That's like kung fu grip action.
Like a porn set.
Yeah, like
tons of action.
Like a porn set.
Yes, and they're trading.
Yeah, so what do you think? What are your thoughts on this,
So
Ricky?
what this tells me is that Kyrie was pissed. Again, I'll get to it in just a second. He was pissed because he's like, dude, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, I hit maybe the biggest shot ever in Game 7 of an NBA Finals at the Oracle to unseat that team with the championship for Cleveland. Now, LeBron obviously a huge part. Kyrie hit the game-winning shot. And now it's like, LeBron wants me out?
Yeah.
So what this showed me, before he even got traded, was
brother,
someone leaked it, and it could be LeBron's camp. I don't know. I don't think it was. I think it was just somebody in the organization who leaked it and facilitated this trade occurring. But this tells me a lot about Kyrie and how even when the chips were down, that LeBron wanted him out, allegedly, he still shut up. He didn't say anything.
I love Kyrie.
He didn't say anything. I have a newfound respect for him.
Kyrie's great. Just that. There's a lot of drama that unfolded in the NBA with people who had done great things for their organizations, ending up at the end of the year just being like, all right, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. And that is, I mean, the Isaiah Thomas things. That were like, after all that I did for you in a year when my sister died and I still came to work. You know, he
played.
And then he said, I won't talk to Danny Ainge again.
He recently said we texted and we're good and whatever. But like, okay, let me show this real quick and then I have a question for you. So this occurred during a practice. I didn't feel the need to say anything because I knew the truth. Oh, I'm sorry, this is pre-practice. I didn't feel the need to say anything because I knew the truth and so did they. So it didn't matter what others said. Still, for a split second, Irving winces as though someone has pricked him with a pin. It's a great detailed sentence right there from Jackie Mack. They didn't want me there, he says. Continuing on. I think this next one is the practice. Yep. So this is during practice. Kai, Tyronn Lue said, head coach, I want you to play a little faster. Why? Because if we played faster, we get shots off easier. I don't need to play faster to get my shot off. I could do that anytime. And then they went on to say, I'm not talking about your shot, I'm talking about Richard Jefferson, J.R. Smith. Well, that's number 23's job, Irving replied, referring to LeBron. According to members of the Cavs organization who witnessed the exchange, Lue ended the conversation by walking away, shaking his head.
So how? I don't know.
Two things. We could look into this, or it could just be like a frustrating day after a loss or a frustrating practice.
Yeah, you say that when you've been thinking something for a long time. That's number 23's job, is to distribute the ball, is to play faster. Well, then what's your job, Kyrie? Because you're the point guard, and you're the one who I think.
And LeBron's the point forward.
Yeah,
he has the ball in his hands a lot.
And I get it. And maybe that's what it was. It was two elements within multiple elements within an organization going, we're winning games, we won a championship, but there's something wrong. And
right.
We've all kind of smelled it. It's like in a relationship, you kind of smell, feel something's wrong. Do you get mad at the first person who says something about it, even though they both were feeling it? And is that what happened? Your take.
Do I get mad at the person for acknowledging that there's tension?
Is it the case that they all kind of felt it?
Yeah,
and
yeah, I think so.
The Cavs were like, "Listen, this is
it's LeBron against Kyrie.
We're gonna make a decision in LeBron's favor because of
who would you rather
reason."
Have? Yeah.
I thought it was fine. I mean, at the end of it, it's one of those things where like they got it through, and it's only now that everyone's kind of airing the dirty laundry. It's gonna sting again.
Oh, completely.
But it stung. It drove people to be better on the court, who knows, all that crap. But now it stings again when like this story is published, but it's that healing that folks need.
Right. I like personally can't wait for the 30 for 30.
Yeah.
Of when we just know everything.
And they're
retired.
It's a watershed year. I think there will either a 30.
Great place in Chicago, watershed.
Good point. Hey, it's next to Portillo's.
Took Danielle on first date.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my last question. You were talking about Isaiah Thomas. You were talking about Kyrie Irving. Should players have hurt feelings? Don't they inherit the business of this literally being a business and you can't have hurt feelings?
They shouldn't.
Because they're pawns in the owner's game?
They shouldn't have hurt feelings.
Right.
Just like I shouldn't be able to feel pain or die when I get stabbed through the heart. I don't want those to be the case.
Right.
It's unavoidable that you would have feelings about it. And these guys are professionals and they know what's going on.
Right.
I think in the case of Isaiah Thomas, like he went through a hell of a year.
Yeah, he did.
And then he went through a crazy trade injury.
In between, he tore his labrum too.
And it's
terrible.
And it's rough. And he can't help but feel a certain way. And there's things you can do as organizations, such as like, we're gonna play the tribute video to say.
Did he deserve a tribute video?
Yeah, I mean, would he have deserved a tribute video if they treated the trade well? Maybe not. But given how tits up it all went.
I gotta start using that more.
I don't know if you can anymore. It's an Archer reference.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like I should use it.
No wonder this all went tits up.
Yeah.
You can't say ISIS anymore either. So anyways, given that it went that bad, it's one of those things like now you need the grand gesture. You do the grand gesture.
Right.
You say there's texting
it's
between
just a
the two.
video. Right?
It's gonna be, and I think it's, in the long term, it's good for the league because rather than be a paint by numbers, we're looking at the stats thing, there is emotion there. It deepens the story. People feel more involved and they can identify with it and make analogies like we've made, like in a relationship with the person that I love the most.
Right, but that's always the default because it's the easiest default. I'm sorry, this is killing me. It's the easiest default.
Are you gonna die?
No.
From you have a thing in your ear, is that gonna kill you? You gonna die from that?
Let us know your thoughts. Comment section below. Subscribe to TYT Sports.